Hello, I'm DerTebbers, and this is your indie review of A Story About My Uncle by Gone North Games. What happens when you drop Mirror's Edge, Portal, Contrast, and Nil Umbra into a blender and push the puree button? You get a parkour, platforming, energy hand jumpy game of awesome. This is A Story About My Uncle, a first-person platforming game with an amazing movement mechanic, the energy grappling hook, and jump boots. The graphics are beautiful. You can zoom in and read stuff on the wall in the beginning. Everything is crisp and clear. The game creates both wide open worlds under the stars and caverns that are dark, but in all cases they're pretty full of life. The NPCs and monsters are beautifully done, if one of the monsters just might drive you a little bit insane. And the world is well constructed, though I did find a few situations where I wish they delineated a little bit better that I couldn't land on what I was trying to land on. And while the frog-like creatures might walk a bit strange, it does sort of fit with their non-human nature. Overall, the graphics are stellar, with beautiful lighting that sets a mood of mystery, adventure, and at times, foreboding.
I was sure that someone had been.
The game's performance is also stellar. There were very few glitches, or a few times that I fell into a particular area that I had to jump boot my way out of. But overall, there's no glitches performance-wise, and I feel that even now, despite this being a May 2014 release, the developers are actively patching the game. There was patch notes from November, so they are actively looking at the game. Audio performance is also excellent. You hear the wind rushing by your ears as you fall. The sound of your feet when you impact the ground, it makes a satisfying crunch or crack when you are in later levels. And this is especially great if you aren't sure, did I properly land that jump? That crunch noise makes you go, yes. Maddie's voice acting is perfect. I'm not going to tell you who Maddie is, but her voice acting is great. Even the narrator, who is the father, who is the character you are playing's older self, is very good. It adds to the game. You get this feel of being in this story. And the little girl asking questions just makes it so much better.
Well, I found a small campsite.
This game grabbed me because it was listed as a parkour game. I love Mirror's Edge, and despite beating it countless times, I still go back and hang with Faith over the city, doing insane moves and trying to catch a flow. I wanted something like that without the terrible combat mechanic. A Story About My Uncle wasn't what I was looking for, but that doesn't make it bad. The puzzles are relatively easy. There are a few times where it gets later on a little bit difficult to know what the pathing is, and you can, with practice, get a flow going like on Mirror's Edge, though usually I end up overshooting my target or undershooting my target. But with the voice of the narrator and Maddie and the unique surroundings, the game touches on that need, that carnal need in many of us to explore the mysterious. And you feel like you are truly taking a step into a mysterious world, and there's so much to discover here. The mechanics of the moves are easy enough. There's relatively few moves. It comes to about 4 basic moves, though at times I do find myself hitting the wrong button or being unable to tell if the button combination I used actually did anything. This is especially true of the running power jump. Still, I've had a satisfying time exploring the world. I wish I could off-path, but this is much like Mirror's Edge, very linear, so you are going to stay on path. I can see this becoming slightly addicting like Mirror's Edge, at least in the beginning. And in reality, that is high praise. To even be in the same league as Mirror's Edge to me, that's high praise. Even at its full $13 US asking price, this game is worth a look, especially if you like something of a mystery, storytelling, puzzle platforming first-person perspective. If you can pick it up on discount, so much the better. You're not going to regret it in the least. Now, this is the first game on Steam for Gone North Games, and if this is any indication of what's to come, I'm gonna watch these guys. Now, if you wanted to swing through the air with a young frog girl on your back, exploring the unknown, this is your game. I've been DerTebbers. This was an indie review of A Story About My Uncle by Gone North Games. Till next time, me and my power jumpy fist of awesome have some swinging to do.